Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the second match here with Mardu Pyromancer. So this is actually a pretty tricky keep, but I think it is a keep because we have Faithless Looting. Obviously on the draw makes it a little sketchy in case our opponent does have a discard spell for us. Alright, no discard spell, so this could be a mirror match of some sort. I'm going to go ahead and fetch a Blood Crypt here. And just hope Faithless Looting finds us some lands, as we have some nice value pitches here. Yep. That's all I need to see here. This could be a mirror match. It could also be Jund. Okay, it could be Living End. Alright, Living End is a little bit scary. Street Wraith, sure. Opponent does shock here. I think we want to Thoughtseize this turn. I am a little bit scared of my opponent. Okay, yeah, they have two Demonic Dreads, so now we know we probably don't want to play a creature. Because Demonic Dread needs a target. Wow, Vault of the Archangel, that's kind of spicy. How can they produce white mana? I mean, I guess they must have like a white land. Alright, they cycle 2 cards. Yeah, and we could just be dead here. If our opponent goes and Violent Outbursts us, and we don't find a way to deal with that, we could be in rough shape. Alright, looks like they're cycling main phase, so might indicate that they didn't find a colored source, but looks like there is a colored source here. Interesting. They probably don't want to cycle main phase if they don't have to. Very Macabre. Wow. Alright, well. That sucks. I think we want to just dig for interaction here. Obviously, Fatal Push is not great. Now, there's an argument to binning Bedlam Reveler in case our opponent does just go off here, but I think we're better off keeping the Bedlam Reveler in case we can strip our opponent's hand and then just play it. And again, I really don't want to play Young Pyromancer before I get anything going. So maybe I just bin Bedlam Reveler here, though. I think I want to shock in case my opponent does go for the Living End here. I can terminate something before Bedlam Reveler comes back on the stack here. Or Bedlam Reveler effect comes on the stack. So if they go for it, Very Macabre. So I actually hope that they have more like interaction like that. That means they have less combo. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is, yeah. Let's go ahead and take that. There's an argument to playing Young Pyromancer first. Maybe I am just supposed to play Young Pyromancer first. Although, if my opponent has the 3rd Demonic Dread, then I don't want Young Pyromancer. I actively don't want to have Young Pyromancer out. So, my opponent found the Violent Outburst here, then we're going to be upset. And looks like they did. Yep. Found the Living End. Here comes the Living End. Oh man, they have another Very Macabre? Yeah, I think that's just going to do it here. Right, they're bringing back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures on our turn. Yeah, we're just dead. That was rough. That was the Very Macabre too. Ugh, gross. Okay, in this matchup, definitely want the full Leyline package. Collective Brutality hits instants and sorceries, and that's what they're comboing with. Molten Rain is possible to keep them off lands, but I don't think that's a good plan at all. Hazoret is a decent blocker, but tapping out for Hazoret, tapping out for Hazoret is reasonable. And Anguish Unmaking deals with their big creatures if they resolve them, but I don't think that's worth it. Kumbal gains us some life, but that's about it. Not great. Not great at all here. So I think I want to cut probably like 2 Kolaghan's Commands here. The Fatal Push. Maybe one of the Dreadbores. And I want to bring in, obviously, the Leylines. And Hazoret is an okay win con that doesn't depend on the graveyard in case our opponent goes after it. We can probably cut the Liliana the Last Hope for a Hazoret. It's a much faster clock. Liliana the Veil is interesting as it does actually pressure our opponent's hand in certain cases, but it could just be worse than an instant or sorcery in our deck right now. So maybe I just want another Kolaghan's Command here. Again, because, I mean, like, discarding could be good against them in certain scenarios, but it's not actively good. And I like keeping the Lightning Bolts because they're not, you know, they're a little bit aggressive with their life total sometimes, and perfect. Just perfect. Wow. We can take, like, a Beast Within or a Nature's Claim from our opponent's hand now. We can go ahead and get a basic Swamp here. Play Thoughtseize. Go ahead and cancel that. Ingot Chewer? Well, we don't care about that. Do we want to kill their Cyclers or their Dredgers? I think we want to, because they can still clear the board with Living Ends and things like that, so I think I actually want to get rid of their Enablers here. And Demonic Dread is a sorcery, which is why we didn't take that one. Alright, there's an Overgrown Tomb. Sweet. Let's just go ahead and play Young Pyromancer. If my opponent wants to blow up the board with a Demonic Dread, I think I'm okay with that. Here, they're probably going to cycle, maybe. Wow, another Thoughtseize means we can even... Well, whoa. Come on, deck here. Whoa, relax. I think we want to definitely get a black source here. A red source. I guess this, well, they would need to have a pretty perfect draw here to punish us for doing this. Well, the other Demonic Dread is not bad. We'll take it, I think. Although, a way we lose this game is them just hardcasting their threats here. But I think we just want to cut them off. So, a different play we could have taken was instead of Thoughtseize, Faithless Looting, discard a Young Pyromancer, which means we get to keep a Young Pyromancer post-Demonic Dread here. That could be a line we should have taken. I hope we don't get punished for it too much, though. Sure. Yep. So they're going to use Demonic Dread here as just a sweeper. But we don't win this game without presenting a clock, right? Wow. Jeez. Okay. Start with a looting here. Discard a bunch of lands. Say go. So they do have an Anger of the Gods, which is something to consider here. Well, I guess I could have flashback Faithless Looting this turn. Yeah, definitely want to keep the Bedlam Reveler around. Yeah, I probably should have flashback the looting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although that would have, well, this is not the worst. If they hit a land here, like if they cycle Desert Ceradon, play Archfiend, like we might actually be in a really rough spot here. Looks like they cycled the Desert Ceradon, if I remember, yeah, if I saw correctly, yep. Alright, looks like they're not playing the Archfiend this turn, which is really good for us, but it means they'll have it next turn. Well, we definitely don't want that Leyline, obviously. Let's go ahead and bin that away. Collective Brutality, huh? Do we even want... The thing is, like, the Archfiend is going to come down next turn, and then they can, like, cycle some cards and put -1/-1 counters on our creatures, and it just seems like a really unfortunate set of circumstances here that we didn't play around the Archfiend here. We probably really should have, and I didn't consider that. Because playing this Young Pyromancer means we will shock, and I'm just not comfortable shocking right now. And if we draw like a lightning bolt next turn, it means that do they have like a beast within? Violent outburst? Oh. Sure. We get our young pyromancers back, but they can cycle them away. Okay, so this makes me even more confident that they probably do have a cycler. Alright, so there's the Godless Shrine for the Vault of the Archangel. Lightning Bolt is still going to be able to clear that Archfiend this turn, so... Immature. Interesting, they're not playing the Archfiend. Why? I wonder why. I think I'll lead off with Inquisition, see what my opponent is sitting on exactly. If they have the Street Wraith, I'm going to be a little upset. Living End, Simian Spirit Guide. Probably don't care about the Living End. Simian Spirit Guide could make things weird in some way. If they tap out for a Living End, I'm okay with that. So let's just go ahead and take the Simian Spirit Guide. Let's go ahead and crack this. Play a Faithless Looting. Lingering Souls, again, not great in the face of an Archfiend. Really not great. But I think it's still the discard here. Do we just attack here? I don't think so. Alright, I have a feeling they definitely play the Archfiend here. Yeah. They attack with the Chewer now. Definitely no attack with the Chewer, alright, so... I think I want a Looting again. Dig for something to do here. Hope my opponent does not have anything. This is so frustrating, but I guess I can double Brutality that Archfiend next turn. If we're not dead. Alright, they could easily have a Cycler next turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and swing out here. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm just throwing them away. I guess they're playing around Lightning Bolt. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Yep. Well, got a 1. I don't think we have any outs here, do we? Wow. Yeah, I think I messed up somewhere in this game. That's really frustrating. That is really frustrating to... Well, okay, we're not dead, but we're going Hellbent, so... We are not dead. We go to 1, and we can flashback Lingering Souls out of the yard. Okay, well, I still think we messed up somewhere in this game. Definitely think I messed up somewhere. We go to 5. Our opponent's at 9. We can generate some chump blockers. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have another Archfiend. They're going to go ahead and put us down to 2 life here. They could easily have another threat here. Horror. Horror is something we can block. Unfortunately, we're forced to just play this Lingering Souls here. We can't get back our Bedlam Reveler. But Bedlam Reveler is a way we could get back into this game, maybe. Alright, they'll be able to even gain some lifelink this turn if they have nothing better to do. Or we're just dead. Wow. Oh God, I think I messed up. I think I should have taken that Archfiend somewhere along the road there, but I think I had my priorities wrong in this matchup. I was so worried about having my board intact that I forgot that even like multiple living ends just recur our board back and forth, whereas that Archfiend just kind of nullifies us in the just stops us from getting anything going. So yeah, I think we messed up there. I apologize for that, guys. I hope it wasn't too horrible to watch, but we learned something that matchup against living end that eventually they can hardcast their stuff and still get there. So it's important to be cautious of that, especially when you have the option of thought seizing. So I think taking the Archfiend there was probably more correct. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the third match coming up real soon.